I'm Eliot, and this is Mike. We're going to walk you through some of the reasons why your next car should be an electric vehicle from our stunning ID range.
Let's start at the beginning, because one of the most common questions we get asked from customers thinking about purchasing their first electric car are questions about the new technology. Is it safe? Is it reliable? What if I was to tell you electric vehicles are actually invented in the late 18th century? Thomas Parker, who was responsible for electrifying the London Underground, actually invented the first electric car in 1844. By the early 19th century, over 90% of the New York taxis were in fact electric. Battery technology was the only real thing that let them down. Batteries were expensive to build and the range wasn't great. With the oil boom in the early 1900s, it became much cheaper to mine oil than to build batteries, so the world suddenly went back to using gasoline for the combustion engine that we have today. Nowadays, with the production of batteries being much cheaper and the technology is far more advanced, we can now drive for over 300 miles on a single charge.
So what about the infrastructure? Did you know there are already more public charge points than fuel stations in the UK?
As of the beginning of 2022, there were nearly 29,000 public charge points in the UK. If you download an application called ZapMap, you'll see them all. If you zoom into an area on the map, you start to realise the sheer scale of how many connections there are all over the UK, even in more remote areas. ZapMap will also tell you other information. For example, if the charge point is available at the moment, if it is working, when it was last used, and even what power output the charger is. All that you need to do is pull up, plug in, and have a coffee. With even our biggest battery, the 77 kilowatt, it will charge from 10% to 80% in as little as 30 minutes. It's as easy as filling up with fuel and having a coffee break. It just costs less, and your car recharges at the same time as you do.
We all know electric cars cost more to buy initially than the petrol diesel equivalents we're used to. But what are the real costs of owning one when you take into consideration all other factors? Electric cars are much cheaper to run based on fuel and tax costs alone. You can also make further savings by charging your vehicle to home with an EV-focused tariff. Volkswagen also offer 3 different charging plans when on the go, tailored to your individual charging needs. We Charge Free, We Charge Go, and We Charge Plus. You should be able to get anywhere in your electric car with ease. Simply check the location of your nearest charging station and you can charge your vehicle at great prices according to your WeCharge plan. It is true that current electricity rates are at an all-time high, but this won't last forever and must soon return to acceptable level, saving you even more money in the near future.
So why change to a fully electric vehicle in our stunning ID range?
Electric vehicles provide a much more luxurious driving experience than petrol or diesel vehicles. Firstly, they have no gearbox making the drive smoother. They also emit no greenhouse gases. There are fewer mechanical parts to go wrong. Servicing is nearly half the cost. They have far more power and acceleration than combustion vehicles. And at Volkswagen, we are proud to say we are one of the few brands to produce our electric car range net carbon neutral.
And the biggest reason of all is we only have one planet to leave for our future generations. Let's make it a sustainable one.
This is the Volkswagen XL1. It was presented to the world in 2013. It was the world's most economical car at the time, giving you 313 miles per gallon. And what an awesome looking car. This two-seater gives you around 30 miles on full electric range, and as you can see, it follows the same design principles of a modern sports car. It's extremely low centre of gravity and it's made from carbon fibre. The 1-litre hybrid engine gives you a 0 to 60 in 12.7 seconds, which is unbelievable even for the time. Why not pop down to Sinclair VW Newport and take a look for yourselves?